In today's tutorial, we'll dive into Core Wall 6, focusing on how to read its blueprint drawings and reinforcement details with precision. Whether you're a professional or a student, understanding these drawings is crucial for successful construction. So let's get started. You can see an overview of Core Wall 6. It has been divided into different sections to avoid difficulties in reading the drawing. Core Wall 6 concrete dimensions in the plans from ground floor level to level 1 need to be read. First, I will check the section of Core Wall 6 and look at section AA to see how it appears. As you can see, this wall will cut from level 1 to level 2. The section elevation AA of Core Wall 6 has concrete dimensions of 300 millimeters thickness. The top of the foundation concrete is at 618.100 and the top of the slab concrete is at 623.300. Our dimensions are 5.20, which we need to keep in mind while placing steel. I will observe the construction joint line as the first concrete will reach here because we need to create a beam in the top slab. Thus, by examining the diametrical beams, the first concrete of the core wall will be placed. Next, in Core Wall AA, there is a beam that is situated within the first concrete. Following the elevation, steel bars will be used for the beams. Female couplers will be used with the steel bars for this beam, since beams will be created after the first concrete of the wall. Core Wall 6 reinforcement details planned from the ground level to level 1 uses steel bars from sections A_A. I check section A_A to see how the steel bars are placed. In the first wall, there are 3 columns, each utilizing 8 pieces of 25 mm vertical bars. Returning to both sides, 76 pieces of 20 mm steel bars will be placed with a spacing of 200 mm. There are link bars of 10 mm with horizontal and vertical spacing also at 600 mm. These links will be placed throughout the wall. Core Wall 6 section elevation AA has vertical reinforcement details. This wall displays 2 columns in which each column has 8 pieces of 25 mm vertical bars. Between the 2 columns, 20 mm steel bars will be placed with a spacing of 200 mm. The length is 6,000 mm, which will overlap the steel bars from level 1 above, and L bars will be used here since there is an opening at level 1, while the remaining 20 mm steel bars with a spacing of 200 mm will be used vertically. For Core Wall 6 sections AA, 2 new columns will start from the top level to level 1. To understand the steel reinforcement plan, I need to read the shop drawing at level 1. Core Wall 6 sections elevation AA. Horizontal reinforcement details show that the reinforcing bars to be placed in this core wall should be staggered. U-bars should be placed on both sides using 26 pieces of 16 mm steel bars spaced by 200 mm running from the bottom to the top. Care should be given to the dimensions of U-bars, as one side is smaller and the other is larger, with steel bars of a length of 7,000 mm and an overlap of 600 mm. Now we move to sections BB. As you can see, wherever lines are drawn, the wall will continue, and we need to check whether there are any differences in this section or if it remains up to level 1 only. Section B_B, steel reinforcement plan shows 3 columns, with each column using 8 pieces of 25 mm vertical bars, and the dimensions of the columns will match the wall. On both sides, 20 mm steel bars will be placed with a spacing of 200 mm. In the wall, link bars of 10 mm steel with a spacing of 600 mm, both horizontally and vertically, will also be used as shown in the drawing. Core Wall 6 sections elevation BB, concrete dimensions can be followed by looking at the bottom and top elevations. This wall is 300 mm thick, which we need to take into account for the first step of the wall's concrete. Core Wall 6 section elevation BB, vertical reinforcement details indicate that vertical L bars will be used for 1 column consisting of 8 pieces of 25 mm steel bars, because there is an opening at the top of level 1, requiring a new column to be created that allows steel bars to continue to the rooftop. The wall will also include 20 mm steel bars, which will also function as L bars. The dimensions of the steel bars are illustrated in the drawing. Throughout the rest of the wall, 20 mm steel bars with a spacing of 200 mm will also be used for vertical placement. For Core Wall 6 section elevation BB horizontal reinforcement details, the reinforcements should all be staggered bars. U-bars will be used on both sides, made of 16 mm steel bars spaced 200 mm apart. The dimensions for U-bars are also provided, and additional bars will be used at a corner, characterized by dimensions of 26 pieces of 16 mm steel bars with spacing of 200 mm, spanning from the bottom to the top. In this video, we will be drawing the Core Wall 6, which includes the concrete dimensions of section A_B, the plans, and the detailed steel reinforcement plan. In the next video, we will draw section CD.D1 EF. Now that you've seen the intricacies of reading core wall blueprints and reinforcement details, what do you think is the most challenging part of this process? Your feedback helps us tailor our tutorials. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more insightful engineering tutorials. See you in the next video.